Hey everybody, Thomas575 here, back again with another episode of upcoming video game rants. This time, the upcoming video game I'm going to be talking about is a game called Visions of Mana. Now, this game is part of a series, this game is part of the Mana series, and I've literally never heard of this series before up until now, because here's the thing. I was just looking looking at like random game trailers on the PlayStation channel until I came across this one, and after seeing all the visuals, I thought, why not talk about this game? Since there aren't going to be any major games that I'm interested in, why not just talk about an entirely new game from a series that I've never heard about? And that's basically what I'm trying to do. Since before, I have talked about a game that's part of a series that I've never heard about. And so, anyways, I guess now to get on with the episode. So there's not really much information about this game story-wise. Since after watching the trailers for the game, there isn't really much story to go off of. So I guess I'll talk about the gameplay first before I get into the story. Although I guess the story is part of the gameplay, so... Okay, so story-wise, it looks like you're just traveling from one place to another, recruiting new allies along the way, as well as fighting all these sorts of monsters and creatures and stuff like that. And yeah, that's practically the story of the game, from what I know so far. Because, like I've said before, there's not really much information about the game from the trailers that I've seen. And gameplay wise, it looks amazing. I mean, the visuals are great. Gameplay is somewhat okay, but otherwise it looks like a very interesting game to play. And yeah, so and this game is also going to be a multi-platform game, meaning it's going to be on all modern consoles. Meaning the game's going to be on all modern consoles. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, for this episode. I mean, as time went on, it seems like the episodes that I'm making for upcoming video game rants they're getting shorter and shorter. Like, I went from like a 10-minute length episode to now having the episodes be at least maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time. Since the upcoming video games I'm talking about aren't really major titles, unless the Mana series is a major series. I don't really know, since, like I've said before, I've never heard of this series. So this game will be coming out in summer later this year. Honestly, I really want to keep this series going, but here's the thing. I'm not really getting much recommendations as to what upcoming video games I should talk about next. Since I'm having to since I'm literally having to ask Richard, my father, for titles of upcoming video games, and then we just pick one at random for me to, and then just pick one at random. Like that's basically what I'm doing at this point. I'm just picking random titles out to just talk about. Since you guys aren't giving me any recommendations to any upcoming video games to talk about. So really I'm being, this is all I'm doing at this point. Because if I'm not getting any recommendations, I'm having to resort to just picking out random titles. So, make sure. So make sure if you have any recommendations to any upcoming video games I should talk about, then comment that below. Please, seriously, I'm not asking for much. Just comment down if there's any upcoming video game, any at all, whether it be a major title that's part of a series or just an indie game. Please, just any video game at all. Anything. Put it in the comments. Okay? And then, of course, if you like this episode, even though it's not much, then like it. Of course, many won't like this, or I don't know. I can't read your mind. And then, of course, if you want to see more episodes like this, then don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, this is Thomas575, and I will see you all in the next episode of upcoming video game rants.